Per usual, I am late on updating the scoreline from the previous round, but we got the two grand finalists of the EU Pro Drops, a 1v1, Toxiic and Joyas, both in the final round of Swiss here. Now, they could just advance, and it's no sweat. Interesting, Nawis is going to come watch the final round as well. I guess he's going to take over watching Shadi, which I have no issue with. But Toxiic trying to stay alive, and Shadi was actually a last-second invite to this tournament. He is a Middle Eastern player who DM'd me and showed that he has got the rank to hang with these players. And literally, it was like the night before, and I decided, you know what? That rank is good. I mean, that rank definitely suggests that you're going to be able to compete. So yeah, I'll have you join, even though I hadn't heard anything about him before. Chat, also, I don't think I've heard a ton about him because somebody already said who Mega Lol Shady. But we're about to find out right now, because if he beats Toxiic and he makes his way into the top 8, I mean, that is quite the coming out party from somebody who I don't think we've seen in show matches. I don't think we've seen, you know, really around the 1v1 competitive scene at all. And top 8 is no joke. I mean, taking top 8 in this tournament is very impressive and on the verge of doing so. I mean, when I announced that it was going to be best of 3, there were some players who thought, oh no, because it's best of 3, I think there's actually going to be upsets. North America showed that that certainly wasn't the case, because the top 8 made it. The top 8 made it. There were no upsets at all. So it'd be interesting to see if Shadi makes it. It'll be a good protection against people just saying, well, he only won because it's best of 3. Because as the North American side has shown, you know, the better players will win regardless of the series length. And so what a game, what a series it would be for Shadi if he was able to pull it off. Efas, who's our resident Arabic insider, who is always aware of the goings-on, even says he doesn't know who Shadi is. So he is truly the Cinderella story of the Fall 5K for EU, no doubt about it. But Toxiic, he's got no interest in entertaining Cinderella stories. He wants another grand final appearance in this tournament, if not even more. "30 seconds to Gamba." I'd be very interested to see how heavily the Gamba is in favor of our much more known player, Toxiic. I imagine that even the points that Shadi does have probably come at the hand of watching him go up early in this series. Otherwise, maybe they would have stayed with Toxiic and not taken the risk. But I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see a brand new player. You never know. For all we know, this guy has one of the most entertaining one styles in recent memory. Right now, he's trying to bait Toxiic into coming out to midfield. I feel like it was Drally. I'm trying to think who does this a lot. He rolls away from the ball. As long as the ball's rolling away from him, he'll just keep reversing until the player finally decides to creep out. And then right then, he'll power shoot it over them. Toxiic strong shot leads to strong save, which can sometimes spell disaster, but Toxiic able to stop Shadi at first. Now the air dribble, the reset. Look at the shot. Shadi certainly knows what he's doing on the field. Shadi in Arabic means seeker of knowledge. In Hindi, it means wedding. Interesting. Yeah, Shadi. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I think that's better than Shady. I would imagine that Shady is a very English way to say it, and that Shadi is closer to what I would guess somebody speaking Arabic would say. So Shadi is what we're going with. Shadi Arabia, which happens to match the SHAWTY of English, which is just a funny coincidence. You can't unhear Shadi? Yeah. Shadi up 4-3. When you think about it in that fashion, it's funny. Ooh, Toxiic missed wave dash. He was trying to chip to start, either bounce dribble, air dribble, something. But this actually works out better. He baits Shadi in. Is this the first tournament for Shadi? This is the first, as far as I'm aware, show match, tournament, anything. I'll be honest. Before, a couple days ago, you had said Shadi, I would have said who. You know, I have no idea. Because I actually trolled the top 100. I would troll the top 100 all the time. So if you tell me somebody who's, you know, near the top 50 or something, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, no, I haven't seen him in any games yet, but I have seen him on the leaderboard. But for whatever reason, he was telling me there's some weirdness with his account or something. He showed me that he was high, but it's not showing up because he transferred it. I don't know. So there's a reason why he's not on the leaderboard either. I think what he's done here today has already proven that he could be on the leaderboard because almost everybody in this tournament is, you know, in the top 100 or capable of getting top 100 when they play the mode. And here he is in the final round playing against literally the guy who just finished second in a tournament filled with the best EU players. So definitely has the skill. Shadi now a bit too long before he remade connection with this ball. Toxic the musty, and despite the early hot start for the brand new player on the scene, the veteran is up 2. I forget who is playing who. I'm going to go check real quick. That's a great shot from Shadi. We have Joria's Juicy. So Juicy is a RLCS player, Heat, or Heat. I don't know how much if they qualify for anything. They get close to qualifying if they aren't qualifying. He also played or got subbed in for at Gamers 8. He's been looking good. He's playing against Joria's, and then Drally Atomic. Atomic from G1 is trying to take Drally down in order to get into the top 8. If Toxic, Joria's, and Drally all qualify, I do think that means we just have a top 8, a full top 8 qualifying again with absolutely no upsets. Which, you know, like I said, I've done this warm-up before, and that's not what happened. But right now, as Toxic wins, chat tells me that Joria's is also winning his game. I don't know if Drally's beating Atomic, but we could lead to yet another correct seeding by Feer. Shadi winning can make him the 8th seed, and making one side of the bracket just MENA and the other side EU. Oh, is that true? That'll be interesting. that would be a neat trend to see, but it doesn't look like it's happening right now. Toxic is almost definitely going to win this game. Shadi's pre-jump did not work out. There's that backward self-pass. Oh, I missed it. I was looking at the bracket. We saw yet another version of the one player diving for the boost while the other person self-passes off the backboard and counters. Such a common ones play we're seeing. Which just means people are getting too aggressive diving. It's not like a new play or anything. People have been doing that forever. Just need to recognize when you should not be diving for boost. Toxic did go to the kickoff, and Shadi just slots it. Great read. Toxic, I mean, barely a fake. Barely a fake when you just flip like that and go almost nowhere. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait just 1 second. Chat. Shadi is clutching up. Shadi is absolutely clutching up right now. 8-8 with 7 seconds left to go. Is Shadi about to begin a miracle run? Or sorry, I should say begin. End a miracle run through the Swiss. And he's got this. He's got it. Like, Toxic isn't around. This is going to be a Shadi game win. I can't believe it. Toxic had done it. He had won. He was up 2. There was no time left. He has a really interesting backflip on the kickoff that Shadi perfectly counters by slotting top left, and then is able to score again to force overtime. And now, Shadi a game win. He's up 1-0. Toxic needs to win 2 in a row. He wants to stay in this tournament. The angle that Toxic took on that, I don't think that's a mess up. He wasn't driving. He wasn't holding drive. He like instantly backflipped. You don't, that's not how you can't really slip there, right? I mean, maybe, but no. So you flip really late, and Toxic flipped like right away. I don't think that what he did there could possibly be just a slip up. I think he did try to fake it of some sort. Power slide, backwards challenge from Shadi. He's got himself an open net. He doesn't want it. I mean, it's not open, but certainly Toxiic was going to have a tough time making the save, and yet he still decided it was better off to wait. Toxiic shows him why he shouldn't do that. Shadi is playing on pretty bad ping. You know, everyone's been asking me to show the Middle East ping. Shadi at 116 at times here on this EU server. I mean, that is truly much worse than you normally see from the Saudi players. I'm pretty sure he is Saudi Arabian. But honestly, that ping is so bad, it's making me wonder. Toxiic, a nice double. Able to fight through the bump that came out. I'll hold a Shadi 16-27. I guess we don't know. I don't know either. I haven't asked him. Haven't done much conversation other than him convincing me that he was capable of what he's doing right now. Toxiic though. Oh, almost got another touch on it, but the bounce was already headed in. Got up quick. Covered the space where Shadi was trying to go over. Dupo also plays on 100. That's true. He is Saudi and he plays on pretty bad ping as well. But we just saw Khaled on like 70. I mean, I guess different servers could be better or worse. But I wouldn't think the range of 116 to 70 is something you could get on one region's servers. But maybe you could. Jorius 1-2-0. Jorius with a quick dub. Onto the bracket play. The top 8 continues to hold for now. But Toxiic needs to do his portion if he wants to keep the top 8 from being unpenetrated. They live in different cities. Yeah, I know Saudi's pretty big. But I guess if you live as far away as possible. Saudi is a continent. Is it a continent? I don't know if it's a continent. You mean country, but it could be a big country. I mean, it's not like it's some of the smaller European countries. I mean, I know that if you go as far away as possible, it could be tough. But you know, I'd have to look at a map again to be sure that I would expect a 50 ping swing, because you know that's close to like the whole U.S. swing. I feel like, you know, you get there's East people who get like 30 to 20, and then they go 50 higher or whatever, all the way over to the U.S. like with 80. I mean, it seems like that's like a full-on massive swing, but obviously we're sitting here seeing the truth of that. So the reality is, you can do that. Saudi is a universe? No, not quite a universe. Toxiic, this is a really good shot, by the way. It's a tough angle to get from the ceiling. West of Saudi gets better ping. Yeah, that's what I would assume. NA education. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think it's just also just NA living, period. I mean, I feel like you're less aware of the other side of the world, I would assume. But that on top of the fact that NA education doesn't really prioritize, you know, learning about everything over there. Toxiic. He's gotten serious. He's bringing out the bumps, bringing out the demos, bringing out the 4-goal lead. Americans are so bad at geography. Coming from an American who went to school for geography. Yeah, I'm definitely pretty bad. GeoGuesser's going to save us all, you know? If Toxiic wins this match, you're pretty sure it's Moxie Toxiic round 1. Oh, brutal for freaking Moxie. Moxie's had a tough matchup against Toxiic. And, you know, Toxiic finishing top 2 in the previous tournament, you know, I think you'd have a high seed. Moxie should also have a high seed. They shouldn't have to see each other early. But if Toxiic ends up going to this final round and then qualifying only then, might be another early Moxie Toxiic matchup. I wonder why Moxie doesn't like that. He was saying yesterday when it was going to be one of Toxiic or a Tau, he's like, please don't give me Toxiic. So he already knows he doesn't have a good matchup with him. going to have to figure it out if Toxic moves on. Demo for Shadi and a third. Minute 48 for him to get 4. Not impossible. You left because you thought Toxic had game 1. Yeah, he did not. Yeah, Shadi scored twice. Yeah, you're exactly what you said. I mean, you knew what had to have happened. You left right before the first Shadi goal, I imagine. And then not only did he score that and another, but then he got the overtime win as well. What's better is that because Shadi came back, Jory is winning 2-0, allowed him to dodge Rawas and Moxie. Interesting. By Shadi having a game win. I see you're in depth on the spreadsheet right now. Is Joya's matchup decided? I don't know. We'll have to go see. This is a great shot, man. Shadi's exciting. This is somebody we're gonna have to make sure that he's on my friends list, and we're watching the career progression of Shadi because he looks legit. I mean, if we didn't already have it proven by the fact that he made it to this round 5, it should be CRR Jorias. Interesting. Toxic going for the pogo. He got it. Another pogo has been scored, and the fans rejoice as we all win in the pogo meta, as I have talked about before. That's a good one too. High bounce. Shadi didn't stand a chance. Toxic now with a minute left to go. Feeling himself to the point that he feels good pogoing. But with 3 goals left to get in a minute, it's not possible for Shadi. I say feeling himself and going for the pogo, which normally you'd say about someone who goes for it and maybe messes up, but Toxic did hit it. I still think that we didn't see it until he was up a decent amount, because I imagine he's not fully confident with it yet. Oh, he just got Shadi the own goal. 9-5. Thinking we're seeing game 3 here. Can you check out Pale Rider? Abjack played a couple of interesting games against him. He has no mechanics and is top 100. Yeah, we've had Pale Rider on the stream before, and Pale Rider actually also played the qualifier for the NA side. So we know about Pale Rider. He plays in the Merc. Toxic. Takeaway, and goes for the stylish double instead of the open net. Doesn't matter. He's got this game win. One last game win needs to come from either Toxic or Shadi to end the long run through the Swiss. We made it best of 3, so it wasn't quite as grueling. I do think these players have the kind of stamina for these final games. Even if they went to game 3 in every single round before, I mean, it's still a decent amount of games. This is still 12 games, but yo, Hootie, thank you for the raid, man. Thank you for the raid of 89 viewers. Did Drally win? It was Drally versus Atomic, right? Everyone from Hootie's stream. Who was the winner of that one? It's quarterfinals today? No, it is tomorrow. Atomic. Atomic breaks up the top 8. Game number 3, the final game of the Swiss. It sounds like both of the other matches were probably 2-0s. I think Jorias went through 2-0, and Atomic breaking up the top 8, going 2-0. So now it's up to Shadi to see if he can take 2 players out of the early seeded top 8. He's looked like he's capable of doing so. That is in the first game. Toxic almost said, oh, I need to try. All right, let me turn it on. And seemed to take over and casually was able to win that game, even though Shadi brought it back late. I mean, it came off the back of Toxic pretty visibly relaxing and looking for a bit more fun offense than he normally would. But I have a feeling that until this game is secured, we're not going to see that from him again, and it's far from secured right now as Shadi gets his first goal. He's playing in the Fennec for this game. Played the previous 2 in the Octane. Shadi double in a second. Look at Shadi go. a kickoff win against the man heralded for his kickoffs. Able to find a spicy double for the tight angle. Shadi, quick camera check to see what Toxic's going to do. Decides to chip it onto the ground, and way too strong of a first touch. Separation from himself and the ball means takeaway is easy for Toxic. Long shot potentially available as Toxic flips to midfield, and Shadi sees what I see. Toxic making a mistake as he flips through the boost and onto the side wall. And while he was creeping up to that boost, you got to know that Shadi was already thinking, maybe I'm going to go boom. Maybe I'm going to go boom if he goes all the way up there. And then once he flips through it, I mean, that's a really hard commit. Guaranteed that Shadi tries to punish. That's exactly what he does. 3-1. Interesting arcing shot. Shadi times himself in and out of the net perfectly. Did he get the counter? He did not. A couple bounces take it out of the net's way, but Shadi still scores. Why do you call him Shadi and not Shady? Because he is, I believe, from Saudi Arabia, but I'm not sure exactly where. And, you know, I'm just guessing based on the Arabic words that I've heard. And I think somebody in chat confirmed that a name spelled like this would sound like Shadi more than it would sound like Shady. So I went with Shadi. Shadi can let this bounce off the back wall. Toxic low on boost. He's going to have to try and recover with 0. He gets back and covers the near post, and now he's going to have more than enough time to get some boost. Light SH. Shadi like a melody. Yeah, exactly. You guys got it. It's Shadi, but softer A. Yeah, it's tough. You know what I like to do? You know what I like to do? And I was actually telling Hambo this, which I think I'm saying close to correct now, who I was calling HMO earlier. I said, send me a video. Send me a video of somebody saying your name so that I can try and copy it. But the problem is, as good as that is, still people will be like, you know, I'll hear it and then I'll say it. And they're like, dude, like that's it, right? Like, no, not even close. I'm like, what do you mean? I said what I heard. So that's just how it goes for people trying to speak like different dialects of languages, you know, or different sounds. But right now, whether you want to call him Shadi, Shady, Homie, doesn't matter. Go to Nawis stream simple. Yeah, we can see how Nawis is saying it and probably get a good idea. 6-1. This is an insane performance. Make it 7-1 halfway through the game for Shadi. Shadi is having such a crazy coming out party here today in 1v1. If he is able to take down the EU Grand Finalist, we are talking about somebody who has looked like one of the best 2 players in Europe. And right now, he is not even going to make the top 8 at the hands of a brand new player, as far as I'm aware. You think Shadi should get some show matches? I think Shadi is showing that he's capable of going up against the best. I'll tell you what, I'll give him some show matches. All he has to do is win this last 2 minutes, and he's going to get a show match tomorrow against one of the 8 best players playing on EU servers right now. Shadi a 9th. Look at him go. Look at him go. The whole bracket is KSA. Yeah, I've heard that if Shadi wins, it'll be one side of the Saudi guys and then the other side of Europe, which would be pretty interesting. Oh, what is this read of the fake kickoff? Shadi can do no wrong. He can do absolutely no wrong. I want to see what Toxic did here. Oh, he just messed up. He like delayed his kickoff and tried to do some weird musty. I mean, that's just like trying to shake off the tilt. What happened? Whoa! I was like, what? What's going on? I think you guys probably dropped some frames there too. Everything just froze for me. All of the internet at my location was out. I mean, hopefully you're back now. Oh no, is it a full-on F for you guys? Chat, ones in chat if the stream has restarted. Type 1 if the stream is back. Adge after refresh. Rip. I don't see anybody typing ones. Refreshed into an ad. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Refresh and get ads. Brutal. Are we back? We back? Chat ones. Ones in chat. Ones in chat if we're back. Ones in chat. Ones, ones, ones. I need to see ones to know we're legit back. Oh, there they are. Okay. I don't know what happened there. My internet died. You guys obviously didn't see it, but like my in-game died. We sat on a kickoff for like 20 seconds and I was like, what's happening? That's not, doesn't make any sense. Why are these guys, why is the kickoff not going? And then then it warped and I saw the stream was dying there for a second. So we should be back. It shouldn't be dying anymore. According to my statistics on my stream, the drop frames are complete, but last night, when I wasn't streaming anything, my internet just straight up pooped and came back, and I was like, man, thank goodness that didn't happen today. How devastating would it be to have that happen during that grand final? It only missed it by a few hours, so. You can confirm that Shadi is a KSA 16-year-old player. FHUS is out there doing all the research he can. He's like, can't believe that this Middle East player was able to surprise him. Toxic, though, he's popping off. He's popping off, and he needs to pop off. He needs to ultra pop off here in the next 30 seconds. And, I mean, in the past 15, he's been popping. But he's got to really go insane here. And Shadi launching that to the ceiling, buying himself time. I think the stream just restarted. So the ad manager just restarted, and now it's like about to run an ad on you guys, because it's like, oh, brand new stream, time to run an ad, because that's how the ad manager works. I'm gonna try and snooze it. Should be good. You guys got pre-roll ads, and the ads are about to run again, but I did stop them. So also, it's game. I mean, I think you're right. Toxic not gonna score this. Shadi taking down the EU Grand Finalist of the Pro Drops. And really solidly as well. He didn't even just sneak the win out. Toxic's out of here. 2 seconds left to go. He does not need to stay. Shadi throws the GGs. What a performance from him. If we see another win from Shadi in the quarterfinals, my goodness. Save me from the ads. I'm your only hope. No, you want ads, don't you know? Why do you say RW9 like that? I say RW9 like Rawas because that's how you say his name. The 9 is just a symbol for a sound in Arabic. And, you know, basically Rawas is what it sounds like.